First, I'd like to give all praises, all honor and all glory to the Heavenly Father, which his name is Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachakodash, and the Holy Spirit. I double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and blessing and salutation to the men that push this word in sincerity and in truth, the hope for the elect. To the sister that listen in silence, say shalom. Alright, and I want to do a quick edification through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, on the recent event where we saw with HOI, I believe, punching a guy in the face, one of the members of HOI, and I just want to go into a few precepts, few scriptures, to edify the Lord's flock, to show that in these times, the men of the Lord never used to use any violence or anything like that. What the men of the Lord used to do, they used to throw up curses, right? They used to throw up curses. So, hold on. So what they used to do, so what they used to do, they used to throw up curses, right? Like in the event with Elijah, Elisha, let's see if I can find that. Right, in the event of Prophet Elijah, right, this is the event here. This is 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse, I'll read from verse 22. It says, so the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying of Elijah, which he spake. And when he went forth thence to Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came 4 little children out of the city, and mocked him, and said unto him, Go up, thou bald head. Go up, thou bald head. And he turned back and looked on them, and cursed them in the name of Yahweh. Right? And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and tear 40 and 2 children of them. Right? And that is what we used to do back in the times, and that is what we're supposed to be doing even in this now time. Right? Because the book of if I could remember, Jeremiah, if it's Jeremiah 6 and 16 or 16 and 6. Right, Jeremiah 6 and 16 says, Thus saith Yahweh, stand ye in the way, and seek and ask for the old paths, where is the good way. Right, so the old paths back then, men were more spiritually in tune with the Heavenly Father. Right, so that is the old paths we had to look for, the ancient way. So that event what happened where the guy was punched in the face, that could lead to a lawsuit, because the guy didn't even physically harm or disrespected anyone. And that is not showing and you see through the Spirit it leading to other things. They're not leading to right, fruits of the Spirit, right? So this is the Galatians chapter 5 and 22. Galatians 5:22, it says, but the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering. Look up that word, long suffering. This to give you a proper definition, but it says long longanimity. Look up that word, forbearing, long suffering, patience. And if you don't have patience, patient in this truth is not elect. Because the scripture said so. The scripture says, here's the patient and the faith of the saints. Right? Then the book of Revelation 2:9, if I'm not mistaken. We're mixing it up with something else. But patience is a key thing, is a key factor in the truth, in this truth. You had to have patience, because we're dealing with a different variety of people, different variety of spirits, right, on a daily basis. If there's no any common board, it's physically when you're going out there and do the works, and there's different type of characteristic coming up. So you have to be able to know how to deal with people. You don't have to be lashing out at nobody. And I'm not the type of person to really, like, if you're doing the works, you get kind of aggressive in the sense that, to calm down a situation, in a sense, like how to put it. Certain times you'll get aggressive on a not on a extreme level. You know what I mean? But a serious aggression, like a stern aggression, to let them know that hey, they don't know game, they don't know play, but like to lash out or to physically, like hit somebody. We don't promote that. We don't be on that. In other words, So you had to be able to know to channel your anger, And by channeling your anger, you had to use the scriptures, So and Apostle Paul say he's more bag than bite, you know what I mean? And that is how it's supposed to be, really, actually. You have to be more bag than bite. Let your words offend more than your actions. You know what I mean? To the 2/3 or to Esau. If it make any sense, yeah. So I wanna look up this word, but I get a chance to highlight it. Let me see. There is in my sword. There is in my sword for long suffering, right? So it says patience, endurance, constancy, steadfastness, perseverance, patience, forbearance, long suffering, slowness, and avenging wrong. Right? Slowness and avenging wrong, and that is exactly how we're supposed to be. Slow to wrath. Right? So we lead me to this daily book of Proverbs 17:27 says, he that had knowledge spared his words, and a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit. Right? A man of understanding is of excellent spirit. So a man of understanding, we in, he can go really react in a certain type of way if a situation occur. Right? Or he can go and say certain things. You know what I mean? Like the guy mentioning even they face something he say about if you they face bashing or some kind of thing like that, if I'm not mistaken. You know, why bashing the guy face if he ain't physically harm you? You know what I mean? Or even try to do it. You know what I mean? You know, it's something we just say in Trinidad, words is when and blows is unkind. You know, so I'm a man free to say what he want. You know, as it says, a free country. You know, what America they say freedom of speech. So really and truly, ain't supposed to be physical with a man who basically verbally abusing it, because that law over there. You know what I mean? In Proverb Proverb 15:1, it says, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words state up strife. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge, aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. And right, that soft answer will always turn away wrath. Right, because in a situation, you know, where a heated situation where words are exchanged, just by one simple calm word or sentence, you know, could calm down a whole flame, could out down a whole flame. You know what I mean? So, and especially when a man like the Lord who holding the Bible is supposed to be able to know to use your words. You know, you have to be able to know to use your words. You have to be able to know how to act out there. You know, they don't think we are extremist group, whatever the case might be. Which being an extremist is nothing bad. You know, nothing bad when you really look into the word extremist. I think one of the elders bring out the other day, I think, you know what I mean? But yeah, we already are target. We already are target. You know, we in the eyesight of tutors and in the eyesight of Esau, we nothing good. Right? They consider us as terrorists. So you can't display that. You have to be able to display, you know, godliness. Ephesians 4:26. If I will get in the next sword. I'll jump in the gun so that, you know, I didn't finish with Galatians 5. So like, yeah, about that. You know, it says Galatians 5:22, it says, but the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, faith, you know, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. Right? And that is exactly how you're supposed to do. Not like no bitch. But at the same time, when you see adversity start to kick in, or a situation start to kick in, you already know that it's Satan at work. You know what I mean? And that is when you have to display, you have to counter that then. Right? So you always have to be on guard. You have to be able to be on guard when you see that, hey, and I already know that, hey, Satan start to activate here already, so I know how to deal with this spirit. You see? Ephesians 4:26. Ephesians 4:26, it says, be angry and sin not. Right? Let not the sun go down on your wrath. This was speaking about, you know, Israelite brother, but it could also go towards you know, dealing with people out there. You know, be angry and sin not. You know, don't cause no type of physical offense to nobody out there while they're doing the works. You know, because that could be a shame unto the ministry. You know, and it could also be a lawsuit. You know, or some kind of major something might happen. You know, in the sense of the law being involved. You know what I mean? So yeah, be angry and sin not. It says, neither give place to the devil. You know what I mean? Don't give place to the devil. Don't let him get the best of you. In other words, you know what I mean? So that next. Let all bitterness and wrath, let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. You know, as I said before, this was speaking about, you know, towards your brother. You know, but all these things within yourself, you know, being out there on the streets, on the highways and the byways, you know, you're out there to execute a job. So you go out there and do it to the best of your ability. You know what I mean? Situations will happen, you know, we've been out there and situations happen. You know? So they just a reminder for us to know how to deal with situations that might occur. You know? I remember if I bring this scripture here. Is Psalms 34 and verse 14. It says, depart from evil and do good, seek peace and pursue it. It says, the eyes of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. You know? So you know, depart from that evil, you know, that evil actions, you know what I mean? We out there to really wake up the elect, you know. So by, you know, I think the guy came up and asked, where's the nearest where's the nearest food place, or some kind of madness like that, you know. Whatever. It's Ecclesiastes 7 and 9. 7 and 8, it says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Right? Patience, key thing. Patience goes back to long suffering, right? Patience, slow to anger, right? Slow to anger. We all have to keep that in mind. It says, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. You know, anger resteth in the bosom of fools. You know, get angry for the right thing. Get angry for being how to say, if so being in power still. You know, for lack of better term, or being a part of this fucking wicked system, whatever the case might be. You know, like be angry for the right things, you know. Be angry for the right things. And that's basically it, you know what I mean? Hopefully this video is really fine. You know, Apostle Gaba did a video on it already. You know, I said that's gonna train my 2 cents also through the Spirit of the Lord, you know. So say Brakataya, Bashim Yashai, Bashim Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone Overwell. Bless and citation to the men that preach this word in sincerity and in truth. You know, the brother Awad from James Trinidad saying Shalom to the hope for the elect.